So this is 4 hugs a day, Charlotte Diamond, and these are the actions that are going to go with it. So you start with 4 snaps. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you can't snap, or you just have one hand that you want to do, you can go from the side, over, that's another way. You could do it one hand, because only one hand can do the snaps, or you can clap it. That's the opening introduction. Okay, the second part is you make a circle with your hands. You're going to put that on top of your head, and then you're going to just give a little push into your head like you're putting your crown on. Then your hands are going to go behind you, and you're going to hide them behind, but you're going to give a little push into your tailbone and just stick your butt back just a little bit, just with a little push. So, push, push, and then it's going to go minimum numbers 4. Okay, so I can do the first part. Okay, the next part, you do the A-OK fingers for choose love, and you're going to come around and cross. If you're working with little people, cross might be all you're going to get because it's fast. But if you can get this around, that's great. If you can't, that's okay. Then you're going to tap right on the thymus, right in the center, and just give a little thud. So it has 4 hugs a day, not the minimum. 4 hugs a day. And now we're going to go through all of the formula, and we're going to do our actions going around the 5-element wheel in the Shen cycle. So it's compassion and action. So it's not the maximum is what you're doing there. Then you have 4 hugs a day, not the minimum. 4 hugs a day. Now we go to courage, and forgiveness, sorry. And you're going to tap right on your collarbone here, not, and then you go the maximum, which is forgiveness, right? So then we go 4 hugs a day, not the minimum. 4 hugs a day, not, and then you're going to go courage, the maximum. So that's the bear claw fingers here, and then the butterfly fist. So it's nice and open. You can hold a butterfly, and your hands go up. Okay, 4 hugs a day, not the minimum. 4 hugs a day. And now this one goes to gratitude, and you're going to tap twice here on your collarbone again. Not the maximum. And you give gratitude there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody gets enough hugs today because the minimum number is 4. If you don't get enough hugs today, you better get some more. And then we go into 4 hugs a day, not the minimum. 4 hugs a day. That's the not the maximum, and this is the compassion in action, and it carries down the line. All right. Then it goes. Step 1. So you're just going to tap on your ribs. Okay, just straight down the center of either side of the body. Just going to tap on the ribs, not the bottom of the ribs, but a little bit higher. So it's just tap, tap. So step 1, look them in the eye. Step 2, go nose to nose. We have step 3, doesn't do you any harm. You're going elbow, elbow, fist bump, fist bump. Step 4, and now this would be your feet. You would just go hit, hit. And the person across from you, you could hit here, or you could go twist and twist and twist, and then you could go hit that way. If you wanted to do something a little different, you could go twist and twist and twist, and you could get an elbow. The hope was you would be able to touch across with your feet, which is a safe way to give a hug. So we have step 1, look them in the eye. Step 2, nose to nose. Step 3, elbow, elbow, bump, bump. Step 4, and this can be what you want, twist and twist and twist, hit. This gets you to the chorus, and it has 2 times through the chorus and then into an interlude, instrumental. So it's up to you how you want to play with this. You could go choose love again, tap on the thymus, choose love, tap on K27, and then go through your different formula components. And in the interlude, you can still continuing the last 2 pieces of the formula, or you could have them dance however they want to the music. So it would be up to you how you want to do it. In which case, the first 2, you could choose whichever part of the formula that you wanted to do. So now we want to do all of the hugs that you could potentially do. And what you're going to do is you're going to go arm, arm, open, open. It could be separate or it could be together. It could be open, open if you want it. So don't forget your mamas and your papas. So great big, and you're opening up shoulders and hip. And then it comes in, your feet come in, and you come into a hug. And that one goes to, don't forget your mamas and your papas, your grandma and your grandpa and your friends too. So brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, and your feet come together, and your teachers too. And you can again do the boogie, you can do just cross, you can look if you want, and whichever you prefer. So you have, don't forget your mamas and your papas, your grandmas and your grandpas and your friends too, your brothers and sisters, aunts and your uncles. Don't forget your teacher too. So this next part goes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Your thumb's going to come up. You start with your hand flat, so it's slightly ahead of the music. You need a 1, 2, 3, and 4. And a 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now that can be very tricky for little people, so you might have to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And just put your thumbs up, you got it. So it would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, they're going to say that's 5, but you have 4 fingers. You got it right. 4 fingers. You got it right. Okay. If they can do that, then you could go this way, which is hand up, and then you have to reverse it, which is a little trickier. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see that one's even tricky for my fingers to want to bend there. All right, that gives you that little bit. Then you're going to do the chorus only twice. So again, you can choose which of the formulas that you want to use. So choosing love. So 4 hugs a day, that's the minimum. 4 hugs a day, not the maximum. There's your compassion in action. 4 hugs a day, that's the minimum. 4 hugs a day, and then maybe you want to finish with gratitude. Not the maximum. All right, and then that will get you to the very end. Okay, so now the last part. Don't forget, you need to give 4 hugs a day. Okay, so this last little part, you're going to open up into the star again. So don't forget, now you can do hands, and you can step feet, to give 4 hugs a day. And you're going to go bump, bump, here, here, foot, foot, I see you, and then you're going to put a wink on the end. Okay, so you're going to go up, up, step, step, reach, and then you have elbow, elbow, bump, bump, foot, foot, see you, wink.
Nobody gets enough hugs a day, 'cause the minimum number is 4. Now if you haven't got 4 hugs today, then you better get some more. 4 hugs a day, that's the minimum. 4 hugs a day, not the maximum. 4 hugs a day, that's the minimum. 4 hugs a day, not the maximum. 4 hugs a day, that's the minimum. 4 hugs a day, not the maximum. 4 hugs a day, that's the minimum. 4 hugs a day, not the maximum. Step 1, look them right in the eye. Step 2, nose to nose. Step 3, reach your arm. Step 4, you can't do any harm with 4 hugs a day. That's the minimum. 4 hugs a day, not the maximum. 4 hugs a day, that's the minimum. 4 hugs a day, not the maximum. Don't forget your mama and papa, your grandma, your grandpa, and all your friends too. Brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles. And don't forget your teachers too. We need 1, 2, 3, and 4. We need 1, 2, 3, and 4. We need 4 hugs a day. That's the minimum. 4 hugs a day, not the maximum. 4 hugs a day, that's the minimum. 4 hugs a day, not the maximum. Don't forget you gotta give 4 hugs today.
So this is the last part. Don't forget you've got to, and now you're going to roll up your fingers. So this, you go roll through, so they end up looking kind of like a fan. Fingers, turn it in, thumbs up. Thumbs go in the middle, all the way around in the shape of a heart. So this is the very, very end. You can add this little piece onto the end. So it's don't forget you've got to give, here's your thumbs, 4 hugs a day. And then it would be elbow, elbow, bump, bump, foot, foot, I see you, wink.
Nobody gets enough hugs a day, 'cause the minimum number is 4. Now if you haven't got 4 hugs today, then you better get some more. 4 hugs a day, that's the minimum. 4 hugs a day, not the maximum. 4 hugs a day, that's the minimum. 4 hugs a day, not the maximum. 4 hugs a day, that's the minimum. 4 hugs a day, not the maximum.
Thank you for joining me on this little voyage with 4 hugs a day. This is a combination of tools that will provide you with an opportunity to share the Choose Love formula and talk about gratitude, forgiveness, compassion, and action, and courage. On top of that, where you have the 3 thumps, you've got in the center of the chest, you have the 2 going into the corner, and then you had where we were tapping on the ribs on the front of the chest. Those 3 thumps help to boost the immune system and also to calm the central nervous system. So this is a great way for dropping some anxiety in class. We also have different hand actions. So we had one where you did that nice heart shape around. It's beautiful. It just feels nice, but you introducing inner compassion. And then we did the hands that came around to make a big heart, and that's your outer compassion. So you have sending some love to yourself and you have sending love to others. So you have another topic that you could talk about. In there's also some different actions that you can do with the hands. There's a lot of fast actions, as you could see by my own practicing, never perfect, but I keep trying. So you have Choose Love is getting the A-OK fingers to happen with the fingers up. That can be hard for some. So that's where it's nice to just be able to do the love action and not do this piece. So you have that possibility. Then you have Forgiveness, which is sliding the hand down. Left hand is palm up, and then it's the right hand going down. You had the claw fingers, so being able to do this, and then the butterfly fist on the top. One of the actions that are really good to practice is making claw, and then you shoot the fingers out straight. So if I do it sideways here, so you can see, so it's round, and then shoot the fingers out straight. You can go claw, push, claw, push. That's a really good one to help de-stress. So just giving you that as an opportunity. Another one is there's lots of ways to count on the fingers. And there are different sequences that you can use to help with the handwriting or the hand grasping reflex, but also handwriting, get ideas from the head to the piece of paper or onto the drawing page, whatever. And this is only a little bit of that sequence. You can count with the fingers, which is typically how we do that, and we try to bring them out that way. But it is also important to count the other way. So just to bring those in. And I've got different actions I usually do with those, but for this particular choreography, just playing around with this sequence and bringing it in. That'll give you another way to work on things, but also for counting. You can do a lot of different things with counting. I also talked about expanding the body and making sure that the shoulder seams open and the hip seams open. So you step wide with your feet and let your hips come straight forward. And that is really important for sending messaging back to the brain so the brain can process some of the things it's trying to learn. And it can't put it into orientation until you've moved the body. So you can give the idea to the brain, but then it has to kinesthetically find this way of moving to link up the muscles to all the systems, and the brain has to have that capacity to have that movement there to make that happen. So that's that nice big expansion, and then come in for the hug. You can do it standing up, but you could also roll yourself over and make yourself really small. So you have a big hug, and then you could have a tiny little hug as small as you could get. So there's lots of ways that you can play with this action. All of it lends itself to action in the classroom, or action in an activity if you're in a sports activity, a dance class, having the opportunity to explore some of these movement pieces, but then to intersperse them with things that will calm the system down. When people talk about calming the vagus nerve, that's part of the central nervous system. There's a whole system, and that central nervous system feeds all the organ systems. So what we're doing when we're doing this action is creating a way for the body to calm, the whole body to calm, and the whole body to have a way to regulate and bring in calmness across emotions, just to really balance it out and give it flow. The way that I explore the Choose Love formula, there's 2 ways I can go through the wheel. And so I like to use the nurturing cycle, or they call it the Shen cycle in Chinese medicine. And this is going fire, earth, metal, water, wood. And with the choose love formula, that means saying choose love, which is at fire, compassion and action, which is part of earth. Then we go to forgiveness, which is part of metal. Then we go to water, which is courage. And then we go to wood, which is gratitude. And so it's a full wheel going around, and that gives us a chance to nurture the system and create a flow for balance. I hope you enjoy it. Play with it. It is challenging. I've worked on it a little bit myself to try to get those actions. And every once in a while, something will disappear from my mind. But that just tells you you're finding places that there actually isn't flow in what you're doing. And once you've found the ability to bring the flow in, you'll just sail right through it. But take it for its advantage of, if there's a challenge, then it's a really good thing that you're learning how to do it, because there is a little bit of a block there. And we want everything to flow. So all the best as you put 4 hugs a day together, and greatest gratitude to Charlotte Diamond's work. I have enjoyed her music for many, many years, and so have my dancers and the classes that I've taught. And Charlotte has a wonderful way of putting lyrics together and making things possible. So enjoy.